Hey there, Nation. Welcome to the show where we help you to play miniatures wargaming on a budget. It is I, Commander Cheapskate, and we are back with another edition of Spoils of War. These are a series of videos that are dedicated to whiskey, beer, and cigar reviews, and this week we are looking at Hop Valley Brewing Company's Citrus Mistress, which is an Indian Pale Ale that is flavored with grapefruit. So we're going to be looking at that beer for this one. As always, you guys, these videos are dedicated to our brother in arms across the ocean. So Big Puku, if you're watching this one's dedicated to you. So we're going to take a look at this offering from Hop Valley, talk a little bit about the actual beer we'll be drinking, talk about some of the literature that's on the bottle, talk a little bit about the company that makes it, its history, and the region that it comes from. So that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let's get this beer review on the roll. Alright, first of all, let's go and talk about the brewery that this comes from. This comes from a place called Hop Valley Brewing Company. It's located in Eugene, Oregon, which is along the western side of the mountains that are located in the area. It's right where the intersection where the Willamette as well as the McKenzie rivers meet. And this area, this area that was in there, which is called Springfield County especially, the reason why they named themselves Hop Valley is because during the earliest parts of the 20th century, later part of the 19th century, the region was known for growing hops. In fact, once Europeans started immigrating over to the United States and bringing a lot of their beer-making techniques with them, hops, especially the cultivation and growing of hops, just took off like wildfire throughout the United States. And the reason why is because, people like consuming beer. So because of that, it's interesting because the hops that developed here in the United States developed their own unique flavorings, their own unique aromas, and so it's kind of added to the overall, spectrum that hops exist. In fact, I think it was about 5 or 10 years ago, I forget how long it was, Europe actually had like its own little version of a hop famine that actually went through and killed a lot of their hop crops growing over in Europe. In fact, they actually came to the United States to get some of the hops that we were growing here to bring it back to Europe because we're resistant to it. So it's kind of interesting how that whole area develops. So that's where the brewery gets its name from. So let's take a look at the bottle real quick. It's a typical 12-ounce bottle. It reads Hop Valley Brewing Company, Citrus Mistress, Indian Pale Ale, brewed with grapefruit peel. It's a 12-ounce bottle. And last time we talked about beer, we talked about Indian Pale Ales. So it's going to have a very hoppy, kind of citrusy flavor to it. Let's go and look at some of the literature that's over here on the side. Let's take a look here. It says, let's see here, unique malts, different hops, and grapefruit peel combined to create this IPA featuring a classic burnt orange color with a bouquet of citrus, peach, and tropical fruits. Looks like it's 6.5% alcohol by volume, so that looks pretty good as well. So I haven't actually tried this beer before. This is actually the very first time I'm trying it, so it'll be kind of interesting to see what kind of flavors we get from it. So with that being said, we're gonna pop the top on this with our skull bottle opener. We'll give this a pour into the pint glass. We'll then talk about some of the notes and the aromas we're having before we start the actual taste testing. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let's get it on. Alright, as you can see, we've given this bottle a pour into the pint glass. This is our Aperture Lab pint glass because science, that's why. So let's just go ahead and take a look at the glass real quick. As you can see, there's this beautiful kind of amber orange kind of glow color to it. It's very, very nice. Also you can see as well, it's also kind of semi-transparent as well. It's semi-translucent, so it is a little unfiltered in terms of the consistency of the liquid. Also you can see it's got a nice little glowing amber color, very kind of like an orange color on that. So that's very, very nice as well. As you can see, we got a nice layer of foam at the top, very carbonated. So let's go and take a taste of the bouquet here real quick and see what kind of flavors we get from the aroma. So let's go and take that here. Very much the tropical notes are really strong on this one as well. Alright, so you definitely get the aroma of citrus. The citrus aromas usually are pretty prevalent throughout all IPAs really because of the dry hopping process. And we talked a little bit about that last time. We talked about how Indian Pale Ale basically works, where you take a amount of dry hops and just put inside the beer during the fermentation process to get the flavor. So because that, you do have a lot of citrus notes there as well. But you also get that tropical kind of aroma as well. Kind of reminds a little bit of pineapple. You definitely also get a nice fragrance of grapefruit in there as well. It's a very, very nice bouquet. So with that being said, the only thing we need to do now is give it a sip and try it. So with that, cheers. That's very nice. All right, so right up front, it's very kind of a sweet kind of flavor at first. The sweet flavor only lasts a couple of moments though, a couple of seconds. Right off the bat, you get that very citrusy, very grapefruit sweetness that comes up from the very front of it. After that momentary level of sweetness, however, you start getting the bitterness as well as the acidity that comes with those kind of citrus fruits. So it does have a little bit of a drier kind of flavor to it, kind of like a dry, kind of bitter, almost bitter flavor to it. This is what I'm getting kind of like at the back end there. Very nice finish at the end. Mouthfeel also feels kind of good as well. Mouthfeel does feel a little dry, which we expected because, you know, if you were to ever eat grapefruit, has kind of leaves that kind of like dry texture in your mouth after it's done. Overall, pretty good. So let's actually give it here another sip real quick. Yes, very much that. So, like I said before, initial, very, very sweet in the very first few seconds of it. That's all comes into the bitterness as well as the acidity that usually comes with citrus fruits as well. So overall, this is a very delicious blend on this one. This one would go very well as actually like with food. So for example, if you're eating foods that's very savory, for example, and you really want to kind of like a palate cleanser real quick, it kind of counteracts with the bitterness there. I can see this being a really good palate cleanser in order to get that to clean that up. So if you want to try like different foods or different appetizers or something like that, this would be really good to pair with that one as well. So yeah, overall, just a very delicious, general, just good IPA with some grapefruit flavor notes. Very, very excellent on that one. Well, that's going to do it for this one, you guys. As always, please feel free to like, comment, and or subscribe. You guys' input is appreciated as always. Also, check us out on Instagram, Google+, Blogger.com, as well as Facebook for all the latest videos about our hobbies. That's going to do it for this one, you guys. You guys stay classy. Peace out.